right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, January 31st, and we've got a special guest today, an event that I'm excited for because we're going to be a part of it. And so before I give away all the good stuff, young lady, for those who didn't catch you on yet last time, if you would, please introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Christina Adrian. I'm the CEO of the PAM Specialty Hospitals right here in Victoria.
Yes, ma'am. Well, before we go any further, one more time, thank you again for letting us come in and do a Meet Victoria. If you haven't seen that episode, we'll try to post it, if I remember, down in the little comments below. But we had a good time. They took great care of us, and we were proud to be a part of that. And now we get to be a part of something else that you guys are doing, possibly a record-setting event here.
Yes.
Tell me all about it. Tell me what you got going.
Sure. So the Crossroads Heart and Stroke Walk, this is the 4th year that this has been put on in the Crossroads area. Bernard Leger is the chair of the Crossroads Heart Walk, and DTAR is the presenting sponsor. However, PAM Health, we're a Heart Hero level sponsor, and this is the first time we participated in the Heart Walk. But we've actually raised, well, PAM Health as a company has raised more money for the Heart Walk than any other company in the history of the Crossroads Heart Walk.
Holy smokes. Well, we haven't been out there yet, Shaw Realty, so, I mean, there's still a chance between this and that we might beat you all, but let's talk a little bit about that, because the first time you guys came on was tied to this thing as well, and you had some of those incredible running teams and those clever names that they had, and that event was a success as well.
It was.
And I saw a lot of great people show up, and you guys had a really good turnout, and I know people were excited for it. And you raised a lot of money.
We did. So the last time we were here, we talked about the Jingle Bell Run and the team We Got the Beat put it on.
That's what it was, yep.
Yes, and that event alone raised $4,500, and that went towards the Crossroads Heart Walk. So PAM Health, we're going to raise projected over $25,000. And overall, with all the teams and the different companies and sponsors together, we're going to raise over $100,000 for the community. And it stays right here for the Crossroads.
And you guys did this during a pandemic as well.
Yes.
You know, and because I you know, it's not like Pam was busy during COVID outbreaks or anything like that. Like you guys, you know, this is in addition to all the great help and service that you're giving the Crossroads area. And
right.
So you guys did this on your own and extra. That's to be commended. Well done. Well done. So let's talk a little bit about this event, because I'm excited to go out there. My Shaw Realty team is showing up. I think right now we're sitting about 8 deep we got coming. We're hoping to get closer to 15. And so tell me about this, the Crossroads Heart and Stroke Walk.
Sure. It's on February 5th. It starts at 8 a.m. The check-in time is 8 a.m. and at 8:30 is when the actual walk starts. It's going to be at the UHV and Victoria College campus, and it's free to walk. So you can actually register now if you go to www.crossroadsheartwalk.org, and it doesn't cost anything to register, but anybody can form a team. It can be a one-person team, it can be a family, it can be a company, but the idea is fundraising. So as a coach, if you raise more than $100, you get a shirt.
Okay.
And there's different things that you can buy in the AHA store, depending on how much you raise. But yeah, we've had multiple teams. We have teams of, you know, one individual and teams where there's like a whole company like PAM Health.
That's awesome. So when you get out there, kind of what does somebody expect? So if I'm nervous and this is the first one of these that I'm going to go to and I don't really know what's coming, you know, kind of walk me through, you know, how this thing is going to shake out a little bit.
Sure. So again, it's at the Victoria College and UHV campus. It's at 2200 East Red River. And when you go, there'll be a big tent. We're the top company, PAM Health, so we'll have the tent right up front. So you'll see us there. But again, it's free to walk, and it's a 5K walk. And it takes a little bit about, depending on how fast you walk, but the walk actually ends at around 10 a.m. to 10:30. And there's going to be live music, there'll be photo op opportunities, and then survivors for heart disease and stroke, there's going to be a survivor booth where they'll get a hat, and we'll celebrate the survivors there. Yeah.
Outstanding. Is this the concluding event to all of these, or is it an ongoing thing?
So this is the main event. The fundraising actually will go on after February 5th. It actually ends on March 5th.
Okay.
So we still are encouraging teams to start, you know, forming and registering online, because the fundraising ends actually 30 days after the event.
Well, that makes sense for people that showed up and they want to make a contribution afterwards or something, that you can still do that. I'm excited. What am I forgetting about this thing? You know, we got fellowship, we got walking, we got health stuff, we get, you know, great people in the community showing up. Sounds like a ton of fun. Is there anything that I'm not remembering that we need to talk about with this?
So we are frequently asked, like, where does the money go? So the money does stay local, and it goes towards different research, because it takes a lot of research to know, like, to stay on top of the newest guidelines in regards to stroke intervention, heart disease intervention, also preventative type measures, teaching about healthy eating, and in kids to encourage to not vape. And also for every sponsor and every donation, it goes towards saving babies born with congenital heart diseases in our community, and also training more of the community to know CPR.
Why? That's amazing, because I think the fact that, one, that you guys were able to raise the funds that you did is just spectacular. I mean, I don't even have words for it. But then the fact that it stays here locally, to me, that's just the real blessing, because so many different things, it's great that you're raising funds and you're doing all this, but then they leave our area and they go other places.
Right.
And of course, charity is always good, I agree, but I like when it stays local. And because there's something special to me when you're out there with all local people. You're meeting people, you're forming relationships, you're forming bonds, but you're also donating. More than just your time, you're donating your funds, and people work hard for that. And so to see it possibly benefit one of their family members or their community, I just think that is spectacular. And again, thank you guys, to everybody, all these sponsors that you have that contribute to this. And then again, you guys over at PAM, I know how hard you work, and you all have been so gracious to us and always letting us be a part of stuff. And so, anything else before I wrap us? I feel like I'm just not hitting everything because it's just so awesome. But
well, yeah, I mean, COVID received a lot of media attention. However, heart disease and stroke are still the #1 and 2 killers of both men and women. So that's why it's really important for us to bring awareness. And also, for the community, it's a great way to get out there. Being the past 2 years, people were kind of cooped up and not doing events together. But this is a great way to be outdoors, and just feel like we're getting back to normal.
And you said live entertainment out there. Did y'all need me to bust a move or cut a rug or anything like
great.
that? I mean, I got mad skills like that.
That would be a sight to see.
Yeah, no, it would be a sight to see, and probably not the what everybody was hoping for. Well, it depends if humor is your thing, you might like it. But, well, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, again, that is Saturday, February 5th, 8 a.m. Get out there. Join us for the walk. We will be there. Shaw Realty will be there. We're excited to be a part of this thing. And once again, thank you for all you guys do in the community. You do a wonderful job, and we're grateful to you.
Thank you, Caleb.
You're most welcome. All right, guys, we will take a quick break and be right back with our next guest.
It's no secret that Americans are always connected to their devices. Phones, tablets, and connected TV devices like Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Reaching consumers through video has never been more complicated. That's why there's now ThriveFuel Every Screen. With every screen, you can reach the right audience on every device at the right time. Target physical addresses using GPS data to serve video ads at scale and with precision. Bring the science of behavioral and demographic targeting to your video campaigns. Every screen combines OTT, CTV, internet pre-roll, and social video all in one place. Make the most of your video marketing strategy with ThriveFuel Every Screen. Available now.
All right, guys, we are back with Miss Liz Tise from the Children's Discovery Museum. They are a favorite of ours. We love working with them. We love having them come on. You guys are gracious to us, and thank you for that. What events? We're into the new year now. Hold out, new year, new me, all that good fun stuff.
All that fun stuff.
What is the new stuff going on at the Children's Discovery Museum?
Well, it's always something going on. First, thank you all for
yes,
inviting
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Always, it's always fun to come and chat and catch up with everything.
We love having you guys on. You're kind of our favorites.
Good, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that. So we have our homeschool program started last week, and our friend Miss Claire from Crossroads Art House.
Yes, ma'am.
She is our teacher for our homeschool program. So she has developed over the next 17 or 16 weeks now a really comprehensive program for children that are being homeschooled to come in, do a little bit of science, a little bit of art, a little bit of fun, and just hang out with us. That happens on Tuesdays from 1 to 3.
So let me real quick. So forgive my ignorance here on this. When you say a homeschool program, is it a real like this is school, or is it like just a program that's a museum? I'm so dumb to all this stuff, so I'm asking the question from a place of pure ignorance in the sense of and
yeah.
sorry, that's a dumb weird question, but I don't understand homeschool stuff versus programs and all that. So I didn't know if you were calling it a school and it's just really a program, or if it's really a school type thing.
It's a program. I wish Miss Claire was here to explain it better, but it's basically the kids. They're not every day in a classroom.
That's what I was kind of like. I didn't know if this was like.
Their learning is very different, and she is experienced and knows how to kind of teach in a way that doesn't feel like teaching.
Non-traditional.
So, non-traditional.
Yeah, no, but
exactly.
She's great. I can see that all day long.
Yeah. Last week they learned all about geodes. She brought her rock collection in. It was amazing, and the kids really enjoyed it. So
yeah, I'm still always a little bitter for how bad her kids whooped me in that art contest, because they are good. Yeah,
they're good kids.
Because I was going to joke and I was going to make a little picture and it's going to be funny for the show and all this, until I sat down with all these like 7-year-olds and they all knew their primary colors and tertiary and how to mix colors and make colors, and I didn't remember any of that stuff, and so I got smoked.
Cool.
And but she's a great teacher, and the kids, I joke about it, but they knew their stuff, and it was cool to, when I was going to make a funny segment and sit down and whatever, to see that, man, I don't even have to be funny. I need to work on this, because it's going to be funny how bad they beat me instead.
Exactly.
But they were all into it, and it was a fun thing, and the kids were super excited about it. Claire did an excellent job of teaching them, and they knew their stuff. And that, again, to see them excited and not, they're making me do this. And no, those kids were excited and fired up, and Claire kept them up there the whole time. And so that's cool.
It's a wonderful program. We did it last semester, and we had a lot of return families. And watching them all gather again and get excited about seeing each other and hanging out with their friends, that was really
And it's
really cool.
at the Children's Discovery
It's
Museum,
at
so it's
CDM.
not like you have a lack of cool scenery and stuff to do in between around there. So.
Yeah, and she sprinkles in a lot of science and technology and math and she hits all the basics when she does that, so she makes it fun.
How cool. So one more time, give me the nuts and bolts on that one.
Sure, it's every Tuesday, 1 to 3, and we have a drop-in rate. Families can show up at the museum and join.
Perfect. And
the
what
fun.
ages one more time?
Ages 5 and up, kindergarten and up.
Good deal.
And we do have some teenagers that come, so
got it.
it's kind of
cool.
fun.
That sounds fun. Sounds fun. What else you got, guys?
Yeah, we have our Tiny Tunes. I know I've talked about our music therapy program.
Yes, I want to know all about this one.
This one is really exciting. They are doing Tiny Tunes classes every Tuesday mornings and Wednesday mornings at 11:30, and it's just a music class for kids to come in and learn about development through music. Parents come with them, and it's kind of a kid and parent session that you get to do some really fun stuff.
One of these times we need to bring the instructor on and bring one of these students and let them do a little concert
your kiddo,
here.
Bring your son. Y'all two can do it together.
He needs.
It's a lot of fun.
He loves the musical stuff and all that. But
and both Betsy and Molly are registered board certified music therapists, so they really know their stuff. I could go for hours talking about music therapy.
Lessons.
Yeah, actually, they do piano and guitar lessons as well, and we are looking at doing an after-school music camp as well. We've kind of started putting that out there too.
No, that's
so,
one of our episodes I pretended to play guitar, and that was the first time I ever held a real one that was plugged into an amplifier and all that, and wow, I'm off. But I realized that I don't know if I could ever truly play guitar, because there's a lot going on. Like, one, I have a hard enough time keeping rhythm. I mean, by itself, I'm about done there. Like, that's kind of the extent of what I got. But man, I watched Ethan or Steve or these other people on guitar, and they're really playing, and they're moving their hands, and there's real keys and notes and all this stuff, and you have to sing on rhythm and on beat and all that. So.
No, it's
I
very
might
difficult.
just be better having you guys come on and talk about it than actually doing it, but...
Betsy is a great guitar teacher. She taught my nephews this summer, and one of them has just taken and gone with it. The other one, he's just kind of there.
No,
he can play E minor.
I was very excited for band when I was little, and
It's fun.
just struggled. Like I just could never keep rhythm. Like I just have no rhythm. And my wife will tell you, like I have none. And it's
fun.
so music, while I love it, it was always a struggle for me,
Yeah.
you know. And so but I think programs like this, especially when you can start early,
Absolutely.
you know, I'd love for.
Well, think about it. The way you learned your ABCs when you were a kid, you sang them.
No, that's very
I mean,
true.
it's a very integral part of learning rhythm, melodies, all of that.
I mean,
Again,
corny
I
little
could talk
songs out of
for
everything now.
hours
so,
about how
yeah,
cool
you
music
know, my wife
therapy
loves
is.
all the songs. I just walk around the house and create. And
There you go.
but no, I think it's awesome. And for again, you know, start them young and teach them, because those lessons and the ethics and the effort that you have to do this, you know, if you master those young, that translates into
Absolutely.
as you get older, then you know how to climb
Absolutely.
these hills and battles and
Well,
win.
and I, you know, just from my personal experience, my parents forced me to take piano lessons as a kid. It was a force. Ended up loving it and studied music in college. But learning the rhythms and the notes and the math, it really transferred into math skills. And, you know, numbers are easy.
Yeah,
Easier
and,
for me.
And how cool is it?
So,
you know,
it's
when
cool.
you know how to do that, you can always, whenever there's a piano in a room or you go someplace cool, the person that can always just walk over and kind of go, but like,
Yeah.
you still a room every time. Like
Yeah.
it's, everybody loves good music, and everybody loves when a musician can play and all that. And so I think that's spectacular.
Yeah, that's one of our amazing programs that we
Yes,
offer
ma'am.
for them.
Yeah, no,
So-
I look forward to. We need to do something on that one. 'Cause
Yes, you should.
I think
Absolutely.
it'll be fun. And
Betsy and Molly would love it. So.
yeah, no, that's cool. What else we got before we run out of time here? I
So
talk too much.
that's okay, I do too. March is really busy for us. It's spring break. We have our annual spring break camp this year. Whataburger's our big sponsor, so we'll be incorporating lots of orange and white and some
Yes,
cool
ma'am.
stuff with them with our spring break camp. I'm hoping to have the theme and that information finalized mid-February, maybe even sooner.
Okay.
So we also celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday, usually the first weekend in March.
That's
our
cool.
Seussical event, and we'll be doing a community engagement event at the CDM again this year.
Got
So
it. 'Cause it
also-
was a good one last year.
It was, and we'll be hopefully trying to do that again this year.
You're going to crush it.
Yeah,
You guys are going to
thanks.
do well.
We also have a brand new exhibit in our traveling exhibit hall coming in March as well, at the beginning of March. So it'll all kind of culminate right there at the
Are you
beginning.
get a sneak peek, or is it a surprise? film?
I can get y'all in for a sneak peek if you
so
want.
cool. Yeah, let me
It's
know.
all about literacy, early childhood literacy, reading. There's that one, and then we also have another new traveling exhibit coming in the summertime, which is really cool. I think you'll really enjoy that one. It's about adventure.
Outstanding.
So
Yeah,
we
no,
are looking for sponsors for both of these exhibits. So
Good deal. And for
sponsorships.
if somebody just heard that and
Available.
wants to be a
Yeah.
sponsor, where do they go to find all this information, or how do they reach you,
So
or all that fun
this
stuff?
is really cool. Nice transition. We
Yes, ma'am.
actually
Thank you.
have a brand new website, a whole new website design. It's www.cdmgoldencrescent.org. They can go on there. They can also just send me an email, Liz at cdmgoldencrescent.org.
Gotcha.
Or reach out to you to reach out to me.
We'll make it work.
Make it
Yeah,
work.
yes, yes.
And we are also in February. Starting, I guess, tomorrow, we'll be launching a new membership programs and different levels of memberships for our families too. So
Outstanding.
lots of new stuff and a
You-
new point of sale. I mean, it's going to be wonderful.
You do a great job over there, and
Well,
again,
thank you.
thank you for all your effort and excitement.
It's a
on
special
things.
place. It really is. It's such a great place to go and have fun. And I see adults in there being big kids.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
one of my buddies and his daughter
Yeah.
go all the time. And I always
Yeah.
talk about it, but they're always there,
Yeah.
so it's a good thing. Well, thank you so much,
No
guys.
problem.
Make sure you
Anytime.
support them. This is a great thing that we have in this community. Go use it. Take your kids to it. Have fun in it.
Absolutely.
Check out the musical stuff. Check it all out. It's good stuff. Check out the brand new website that we
Yes.
did that cool transition into. So,
Yes.
young lady, anything else?
That's it.
All
Just
right,
come visit
guys.
me.
Come visit her. We will take our final break and be right back with the last guest.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
Marketing today can be complex. Emails, customer relationship management, lead tracking, landing pages, and text messaging. But what if you could do it all with just one tool? And what if there was an agency behind the solution that could do it with you? Or better yet, do it for you? Introducing ThriveFuel 360, the new do-it-for-you digital marketing solution. Drive leads, nurture prospects, automate follow-up, connect with your audience, and book appointments all in one place. ThriveFuel 360.
Hi, I'm Bentley Kamen, and 2021 is finally over, and we're overstocked with up to 65% off on all furniture in stock, ready for immediate delivery. And you thought I was kidding? Buy today, and we'll have it in your home tonight.
All right, guys, welcome back. We've got our final guest today, and this gentleman is a friend of mine. He's a good man here in the community. He's helped me out when we needed a place to go to have a tax seminar to help educate the public. He stepped up graciously and was like, hey, use my place, and we did, and it was a great help. So for those that don't know you, my friend, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm Kyle Howell, the pastor of Authentic Church. We started it, it's been about 5 years. I guess we're over there off of Sam Houston, close to Airline. Started, a few years ago, and it's been going really well. Obviously, these last 2 years is, kind of an anomaly and just weird things that's going on and stuff, but it's been great. I love, coming down here. My wife and I have been, different places in ministry. We were missionaries in South America for almost a year, and I was in Bryan, College Station, and just felt, God called us to start a church, and we were open to anywhere around the country at that time, and it just led us down here. My wife's family's from down here, so we had some connections, but it's been a really good journey. One of my passions is just doing things, different. I mean, that's not completely different. Churches, we do that. But wanting to reach, the lost people that have been out of church and have questions, just kind of create a safe place where people can come in and ask the deep questions. Because there's a lot of people that I'm finding out when they go into church, they just don't know we call it like a Christianese. They don't know the language, what we're talking about, and they're just like starting from the beginning. And so anybody can come. We have people who've been in church, but I do love speaking and trying to reach people who just have no clue about God, or they're questioning, atheists and skeptics. And I'll do a seeker group on Facebook once a week, like on Thursday nights, and just open it up. It's not a polish, I need some advice from you guys about how to do like a nice thing there.
I wish I could. That's all Steven and Ethan there. I just show them help carry stuff every now and then. I couldn't help you at all, but they could.
Well, man, I could use some help. I got like a selfie light and my phone, up there. Like I even did some live streams a few weeks ago when I couldn't be there, and it was like me with a little bit nicer shirt and shorts. You couldn't see that, so I just. Well,
but I've seen your online thing, and I've seen people engaging in there, and I've seen people asking you some tough questions. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. But you took the time and you were very sincere and thought out in your responses and stuff. But some of those questions they weren't holding back, and they were coming, and you were answering. And so good for you, man. That's a lot.
Well, it's good. That stretches me too, because I want to know what people. If I don't know the answer, I'll go look it up. I want to help them out. I just feel called to do that. Like when I went to college up in Oklahoma, just a little Baptist school to play baseball. And got saved there my freshman year. I was a partier. We didn't have social media, back then, which I'm glad. So
Thank God. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
so my
sir.
daughter has to believe I was perfect. Didn't do anything wrong.
Telling my son the same thing, how perfect his dad was.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Helping out at orphanages, helping old people cross the road. So that's all I did.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah. But no, I went there, and that's where I accepted Christ. But I didn't know anything. It was like I was going to these Bible classes, and they knew what they were talking about, and I was making jokes back there because I didn't know what was going on. But I remember later on when I was starting to get my master's degree, there was a professor there that kind of introduced me to apologetics, Christian apologetics, which is like giving a rational defense for the truthfulness of Christianity. It's reading the Bible, it's seeing the truth of it, but it's a little bit philosophical too, and it's answering some of these big questions, people have, like, if God's so good, why is there evil in the world, and just helping people see there's truthfulness, and just looking at the world and seeing that I believe it just points to there being, a God. And so, man, that just fascinated me, but it just stretched my faith, so much to be able to talk to people, and it helped me grow, myself. And so I just want to, help people see that, because we're in a time now, like, it's just a huge movement of people who are like, they're deconstructing from the faith. They're turning away, saying, I don't need to believe in this. I don't need this to be good. And it's like, I believe you can be good on your own, but man, is there truth? And if there is, if God is real, I want you to meet him. And so just kind of hit on some of those, questions, in this book. And when I do that online, I try to hit on what's y'all's biggest questions, and just get them to at least think, and move towards, God. I can't make somebody believe it, but I can at least show the overwhelming truth and evidence for it.
So having those experiences, what made you decide to go from there to, I think I want to try my hand at writing a book and putting a book out there, because that's a step, that's a big process and a lot of work and thought and what made you approach that bridge and how did the process go?
Yeah, well, when I do my sermons, everybody does sermons their own way. Some people, may just do it by memory or whatever. But I like to type it down, which is slow me down. Now I hate this one-handed. I'm like hitting all these buttons. And
if you took away one of my chicken pecking things, like it's gonna get even worse. But yeah, I feel you there.
Oh, it does, man. I hate it in slow process. But yeah, so I write it down. It's not like a manuscript when I do my sermons, but I write it down a lot because it helps me know what I want to talk about, and then I don't read it, but I know it down there. And so that kind of developed from that. Like I write a lot on there, so it's like I've done all these writings, in some of my sermons. So part of that sometimes goes into some of my chapters, or I've done a lot of the research. It's one of those, like, it's an avenue to be able to get it out to people. Like I want to reach as many people as possible. Not that I know it all, but I just want to share what I know. And so you get it in a written form, you can put it out to people. Like I remember you mentioning your brother even like going out in the streets and just talking to people. It's like, it's one of those things where it can be like another tool for somebody just to share and get them talking. So, yeah.
So the name of the book is Reconsider Jesus. How did you come up with that title and kind of just walk me through, okay, I'm starting the book, I've written the book, title, how do you get from there to here?
Yeah. Well, the book, it's titled, it'd be Consider Jesus, like, I want you to consider him. And then I got in, the quotes are and it kind of goes with the subtitle there for those who've walked away, were thinking about it, or you just want to know more. So I'm trying to hit on, sometimes they say like, hit on one crowd, don't try to hit everybody. So in a way, I am trying to hit believers, people in between, and then unbelievers. And so it's like, if you haven't ever, thought about Jesus, consider Jesus. If you've kind of walked away, reconsider, because I'm saying like, if you've walked away, you can do what you want. I can't change that, but I believe it so much that I can't not, try as hard as I can to get you to like, what's the reason you walked away? I can't not try to urge you at least to consider more. If you have some questions or you walked away for some small reason, like, is there something I can answer, or something. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit everybody to get us now in the church and Christians prepared and equipped to answer questions. I think we need to get out there. There's a passage in 1 Peter 3:15 that says, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. So he said, I want you guys to be ready. People are going to ask. They're going to wonder why we have this faith in God when things are different, when other people don't. He says, be ready to give them an answer. And so the church is called to do that. I want to equip us to do that. And then people that are just searching, hopefully this will be something that can help you out. And this is, I tried to go deep and also readable. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I've got, degrees in doing that. Everybody can go to school or whatever. But I want it to be a way that you can get it, you can understand it, and then grow from your faith. And then who knows where it'll go from there. So.
Got it. Well, I think you've done a great job. When can the public get their hands on this? When does this book come out?
Tomorrow is going to be like the official, kickoff day. It's going to be on Amazon. I know we've got some early copies out. It's on there. You can even, get it on there now. But we picked, tomorrow as like the official, kickoff day. But yeah, get it on Amazon. Just go on there. You can even just type up my name on Amazon. And I think it has that one. And then my first book I did, a couple years ago was just kind of about the early church and stuff. So yeah, you'll see it on there. And Amazon makes them. We're in a cool time now where they make it, and just give them the information. You buy it off of there. So
wow, times are changing, aren't they?
Yeah, it's different.
But all the more reason why I think something like this is relevant and needed. For those that want to know about the church and if they need to get in touch with you, if they have any questions or if they want to reconsider Jesus and come back, how can they get in touch with you guys? How can they find you and all that good stuff?
Yeah, well, our church, Authentic Church, it's 805 Sam Houston. Close to Airline. We're right there, little gray building. Cool thing, we're in that building there. It's kind of smaller place. We're growing, and then this time right now, it's crazy with everybody, out and sick. But man, it's a fantastic, church. There's other churches around, but you guys are welcome if you don't have a place to come with us and bring your questions. I tell people all the time, like if you're a believer, come in there. It's supposed to be a family. If you're not, come in there and sit, ask some questions, and And man, you're welcome to come, whoever it is out there.
Deal. Well,
Talk to me.
thanks again. I've always enjoyed the friendship and,
Yeah, absolutely.
and all of that, and just thanks for who you are in the community. Guys, it's about that time. You know, if you're not paying attention to what's going on in the world, you need Jesus. So check out the book. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you at the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.